Roxy Xebec is alive and he's the man with the burn scar. One Piece theory time, baby. So I've actually thought this for a while now. I mean, pretty much since towards the end of the Egghead Island arc. And as we get deeper into Elbaf and the God Valley flashback, I figured I might as well make this video since I've started getting more confident in this theory and just wanted to get it out before I either get proven right or made to look like a total idiot. So let's get into it. During the God Valley incident, Emu used Domi Reversi on Roxy Xebec. Now, for anyone who doesn't remember what that is, think back to the named attack we saw Emu use on Elbaf in chapter 1150 through Gunko's body to take control of Dory and Bragi, essentially flipping them into demonic ogres. Now, this could have happened to Xebec either before he fought Roger and Garp, so him going crazy because of it was what resulted in the two having to team up to take him down, or this could have happened after he'd already been defeated by the pair, so Emu took the opportunity to take control of a weakened Xebec. If you remember chapter 1155, where we see him meet Emu, he mentions being a fan of Davy Jones, the leader of the Davy clan, which we know is a very hated clan by the world government. He also goes as far as threatening Emu, saying that he will be back before then leaving. See, what's odd here is Emu doesn't even try to do anything about it, when typically nobody's supposed to know of his existence in the first place, as seen with Cobra's assassination and the attempt to silence Sabo as well, which tells me that Emu might have had some interest in Rox from the start. Emu wanting to control Rox as a servant, not only due to the power he's displayed thus far, but his lineage as well, would make some sense. Now let's talk about the road poneglyphs, the four main red ones. We know that three of them belong to Kaido, Big Mom, and the Minx on Zou. The final one was originally on Fishman Island, as seen in chapter 967 during the Odin flashback. However, by the time that the Straw Hats had arrived, it was missing as seen in chapter 628. Now, it's largely speculated that the world government had something to do with its disappearance, but it's highly doubtful that the actual Navy even really cares about something like that, nor understands its significance in the first place, so it's safe to assume responsibility if this is held by someone higher up like Emu or the Elders, although we know that it's currently held by the mysterious man with the burn scar. I believe that Xebec somehow managed to regain a level of consciousness similar to what we saw happen with Gunko in chapter 1149 and stole the poneglyph, fulfilling the promise he previously made about returning to Emu's chamber before disappearing. We know that Xebec hates Emu, and while he wants to become king himself, he no longer has a crew to help him accomplish that. However, his primary goal had always been to overthrow the current government regime, so he can still use his opportunity to make things harder for the ones at the top. Now, Emu, most likely figuring Xebec was no longer worth keeping around as a servant, decides to just get rid of him, similar to what we saw happen to Saturn after the events of Egghead Island in chapter 1125. But Xebec somehow survives and is now left with a nasty burn scar and the final road poneglyph. Now, as for these whirlpools that allegedly appear whenever someone gets close to his ship, I have a couple theories as to why that would happen. The least likely theory is he found an ally of sorts, possibly a fishman or something, but I'm not really buying too much into that theory. The second theory, which is slightly more likely, is it has something to do with his sword techniques. We know he has a unique ability that blows people back like launching a cannonball, so maybe there's something related to that. However, the third and most likely theory is he potentially has a devil fruit that we haven't seen yet, kinda like how Corazon kept his hidden for a while. Or he gained some kind of ability from the Domi Reversi that stuck with him. I'm honestly willing to believe that there's a devil fruit power involved in this somehow, not to mention it's a little bit odd that we still haven't seen a single named attack from him. As for what his current goal might be, possibly just waiting on his son to succeed him, or waiting for someone who he feels is worthy to take down the current world government. I just can't really see how it would make any sense to have this super mysterious man be someone entirely new to the story with zero relation to anyone that we currently know. I just think with how long he's been getting hyped up for, there's definitely value in a reveal like that, but let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. You think I'm spitting or am I just stupid? And would you like Xebec to still be alive? And while you're down there, be sure to like and subscribe, as it will be a huge help in letting me get this channel off the ground. But as always, have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace.